All right, it's time to check out ASUS plus Linux. Basically, what I'm doing here is I I did a little video kind of like this before, a series of videos where I was looking at a Chromebook that was made by Lenovo and a MacBook that was made by Apple. And the thing was I wanted to check out both. I want to check out like laptops that were made by different manufacturers, and I also wanted to see some different operating systems. So I wanted to see this one because it had Linux on here. Apparently, some kind of some version of Ubuntu is on here. So I wanted to give that a shot and see if a Windows guy like me can handle that. And also, this laptop kind of stood out to me a little bit. You'll probably see why in a minute here when we really go into this. Yeah, I mean, I guess we're just gonna record this as one big video and put this together to see how it goes. And this was like $250. I'll just quickly look at a little page here. I think I still have this pulled up. This is the stuff you're looking at. So those are the specs, kind of what to expect from it a bit, and it was like $250. It also came with that in that $250 came with this thing. It's the HDMI cable. You got these little 5-in-1 adapter. I guess so you can plug more stuff into it with more ports, and then you have a portable solid state hard drive here. With text that is insanely light on top of a light background, so that's good. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know if I'm necessarily going to, it's not really about those and using those, but I have them as an option here, and we're just going to go to the unboxing here and start looking at this thing and see how easy it is to set up and do all of the stuff, and hopefully this ends up being an interesting video of sorts. I haven't opened the box, but I did take the stuff off the box, so I could open it. He says he can't find all the openings on the other side. Oh, why is opening on the other side? That's weird. Okay. Also, I'm just using natural lighting in this room, so hopefully it looks okay for this. We'll see. In search of incredible, very professional shot I've got here. In the box, we've got the laptop. I guess we'll, in classic unboxing fashion, we'll look at that in a minute. We'll start with all this other crap. We've got the documentation here. What is this? Warranty card. I guess I'll probably want that. And this is the I say HDMI. Oh, this is the user guide. Okay, so we might need that. I hope I won't. I hope I can figure this out without it. But wow, there's a lot of pieces of cardboard in here. Is it just to fit that in there? Is there stuff in all these pieces of cardboard? Do you think? Because I doubt it. There's not. This is just. I was like, wow, they gave me a bunch of stuff. No, it's just the power brick. Let's see if I can get that back in there now. Here we go. Wait for it. Oh, it sounded pretty good. Oh, it's on the way around. I thought it was just going to peel off. Silly me, that would be too satisfying. Okay. And obviously, this isn't going to have the most amazing specs. How the hell do I get this off all the way? Rip it? Can I do this without scissors? Oh, I can. Now we got all this isn't even like shiny, so I don't know why they bothered to do that to it. Interesting idea. Okay. Oh, I guess the edges of it sort of are, so these parts make sense. And it looks like it plugs in with a regular, not regular, but a power thing like this. So it's not like a USB-C or anything. Okay, well, let's put in the main event here, since that's all that was in that. What was I saying before? Oh, I was saying I wasn't gonna expect this to be amazing, because I'm sure specs wise this thing's going to suck ass, but it's because it was really cheap. So I'm not gonna blame too much of the the operating system's limitations, or the anything that's limited by the hardware inside of here, I guess. I'm sure they make more expensive, nicer bottles. Oh, that's like, I thought it was gonna be like papery. This is actually like slightly cloth-like. Impressed. I don't like that you know, with $250, this is $250 minus the cost of all those other things in there as well. So, for the actual cost of this, I don't know how they do that, but that looks kind of nice. I'm sure that's plastic. We'll see how quickly that gets scratched up and smudged up and everything, but that's not a bad top, you know. The matte finish there. Oh, this actually is backwards too. That's the back. Around the side here, what we got? We got the USB over there, and then here's all the rest of them, I guess. Yeah, you do have a headphone jack at least, right? The combo jack, I think. And power. Yeah, that's audio. There's power. HD. It's kind of weird they have a full HDMI in here too, and then they got USB-C and USB-A. That's cool. Anything on the bottom? No, it looks boring. There you have it. Let's check this out and see what we get. This feels a little more papery. Here's another interesting thing. A couple of them here, actually. Oh, this sticker. I don't care for these like information stickers like this, but I don't know if you can see this in the light. That's gonna show up on camera very well there. But it sure looks to me like this spot right over here is like a little dented. Can you see that? It looks like this is like pushed in a little bit down here. It's not super noticeable, but like kind of. You can't really tell as much on camera. It's probably just slightly, the whole thing a little bit. But what stood out to me when I was browsing for this thing also was not just that this has this weirdly like highlighted enter button. I don't know why that has that around just that and nothing else. But there's this little pad down here. Why is it this? I don't know. Why did they have a have like a numpad on the touchpad? That looks awful. But you know, maybe it works. Maybe it's good. I doubt it. It's also not that big of an area for this, but I guess it's probably fine. I didn't get I don't know if I want to use any external things with this either, because like, you know, that explains a lot. Because you know. Okay, so where's power? There we go. I don't know how much battery this has in it. In search of incredible. Uh-huh. Yep. You think it's just taking a long time because it's just starting up? I guess I can cut this so I don't have to, like, ramble the whole time. Ubuntu, so that's already preloaded. What the hell? Oh man, this is gonna be hard to... Oh no, is that what the screen looks like? Oh no, this is what it looks... Oh no, that's awful. It's gonna be really hard to see. I have to kneel down here so I can see it because the viewing angles is not very good. English, yes, continue. English US, continue. Okay, well I didn't really want to put in my actual location for some reason, so maybe this one's like the nearest what I could do, so I tried, I guess. That's weird. Who are you? I felt this shit, huh? Okay, well, I'm not... Hopefully I'll remember to cut all around all this shit, so you're not bored with like, hey, here's me filling in text boxes for 20 minutes. Welcome to Ubuntu. Fast and full of new features. Oh, it's already doing shit. Find even more software. Say goodbye to searching. Oh, this is really small font on this now. New software, which means access to Snap Store and the Ubuntu Software Archive. Cool. Take your music with you. Fun with your photos. Such small font. I didn't even see all my... No! Flying shit to my fuck. You're probably watching the abridged version of this where I skip around so it makes it look like it looks like it happened like way faster than it did, but I am really trying to like make sure I do this right, so I don't want to rush through this just because I'm doing a video. Hit me. If I do I click me? I have to hard click me. Okay, I can't just tap click me. My password is. It's probably gonna be loud. It does have volume on. It was beeping at me earlier. Oh, connect your online accounts, huh? I don't have an online account. Oh, well. I can skip this. Well, if I want to come back to this later, I'm sure I can connect one. I don't know what the fuck Ubuntu single sign-on is. I don't feel like I should cheat. I could cheat, just look at on my phone what it is, but I want to be able to use what's already in here. So what I want to do, if it'll let me, can I already like move this around and stuff? Oh, I can. Comes with, what is this, Firefox? And what is that? Thunderbolt mail? I don't even know what the hell that is. Files. Okay. I guess I'd prefer my thing on the bottom, but oops. I didn't mean to do something yet. Oops. Ubuntu 24 files upgrade. A new version of Ubuntu is available. Would you like to upgrade? Sure, let's just upgrade it to whatever is current. I also have a home folder way on the bottom corner over here. Sure, I'll upgrade now, even though I have to do this and I didn't do this yet. Am I doing it? God damn it. Alright, do your thing. Welcome to Ubuntu 24 files. Yes, Noble Numpad. Sure. Whatever, upgrade. Okay. It's gonna make you restart. How much battery do I have up here? Can I see yet? I can't just see on hover. Damn. My brightness is also all the way up. Apparently. Oh no. I guess that's fine, but oh no. Why doesn't it tell me what my fucking battery is at? It doesn't tell me on hover? What the fuck? Oh, it does right here. I'm an idiot. 69%. Nice. We've got 5 hours and 54 minutes remaining. I don't know if I believe that, but that might be true. This might not be a hog of any sort. Upgrading Ubuntu to 24.4. So this setup process is pretty easy. I'm probably gonna I don't know. I don't think you guys need to see me dicking around necessarily that much, but we'll see. What is this? Do you want to restart? You want to start the upgrade? 135 packages are going to be removed. Holy shit. 188 new packages are going to be installed. Jesus. Look at all this. How many packages? I don't know how that works. Okay, let's do it. Lock screen disabled. Your lock screen has been disabled. And remain disabled for the upgrade. Oh, cool. Oh, so it doesn't. That's nice that they don't make it so you fall asleep and can't see that and whatever. That's neat. I was also gonna say now that I'm thinking about it, I don't hear any fans. And when we look on the bottom, I don't think there is any vents here, are there? I think. Yeah, this is fanless. This is fanless. It is. I can feel that there's temperature there, so it's not. I don't know if that's necessarily good. But that's cool. I like when stuff is fanless and it works that way. I don't know if this one will necessarily stay that way, but we'll see if it can continue to work when I actually make it do something other than start up and update. I can watch the terminal do stuff. I guess. That's kind of neat, I guess. I don't know what that means. I'm not smart enough for that, but... Oh! What? Yes? This package update will transition your system over to the Snap by installing it. It is recommended to close all open Thunderbird windows. Okay. I don't think I have anything open. Unless that one thing is a Thunderbird window. I think it just asked me to connect accounts, though. Did you do it? Are you doing it? It looks like you're depressed. Okay. Front end not responding. You may choose... Oh, it is. Okay. Wait. I mean, again, looking at these specs, I did, pull the page up, but, to appreciate what these specs are, it's 4 gigs of RAM, which is not a lot of RAM in general, I don't think, anymore. It hasn't been for a while. I don't know anything about the Intel N6000 processor. And it's only got like 64 gigs of 64 gigs of eMMC storage. I don't think that's like necessarily good. The page refers to that as a Pentium N6000. And I feel like Pentium is not. I don't think they use Pentium anymore, do they? That can't be that new, can it? Are they still is Intel still making Pentiums? Someone decided to mow. So you're just gonna hear that in the background now, because I do not have a soundproof room. What was that? Why did it make a noise at me? That's fine. It just weirds me out a bit. Oh! Replace the customized configuration file. You will lose any changes you have made to the configuration. Do you choose to replace it? I guess? This is not gonna help me at all. Just do it. I don't give a shit. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? I completely make it so I can't use it at all? I keep seeing stuff on like the side over there kind of like change, but I'm not paying enough attention to the icons to know like what's happening. Oh god. Remove obsolete packages. Certain packages are going to be removed. Removing these packages can take several hours? The system to complete upgrade. Okay, let's restart now. Hell yeah. I'll put in my fucking password again though. Maybe this will go faster now that everything's been set up first. See what we got. Okay, they changed my background for me, I guess. They moved home more into the middle of the screen for some reason. Welcome to Ubuntu 24.04.2 LTS. Complete your setup settings and we'll okay. Enable Ubuntu Pro. Upgrade this machine to Pro. Free for up to 5 machines. Get security updates on a wide variety of packages until 2034. What the fuck? What the fuck? I don't know. Do I want Pro? What scares me about Pro is it sounds like a thing you pay for. What does that say down here? You can always enable Pro later in the software updates application. Okay, well, as long as I could do that. Let's just learn more about it now while I'm here. Click that. Did I not? Hard click. Oh, God! This is my first time using this. Okay. Boink. Let's see. Tracker settings. We use cookies. There's no such accept. You consent to use the cookies. Okay. Cookies. Essential. Enable things I have to do. Okay. I have to do oh, I can just do it as essential. There we go. Okay, let's do that. Grant a subscription for open source software security. 30-day trial. Oh, always free for personal use. Okay, is that true? User coverage 20 packages. Okay, for example. Oh, for all these things. Okay. I'll look into this, do it later, I guess. We'll skip for now. Figure it out later. Help approve Ubuntu. Share system data with them. No, I don't share my data. I'm using a turd. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright. Next. Started with more applications. Open App Center. Okay. Now, I soft clicked that and it's not doing anything, so I think this might just be slow, because it's what it did with the other thing. Yes, okay, I have to realize this computer is very slow. It's not, it doesn't click. Again, I really don't want to judge this based on this speed, because I believe it is all because my innards are ass. Software updates ready to install. Okay, god damn it, alright, I just did updates. Are you kidding me? Okay. Yeah, update all of them. Why not? I got a GNOME there, which I think somebody told me is what the actual interface is. Okay. Oh my god. Hey guys, what's up there? Unable to install updates. Why? Explore. I don't know what apps I want. I want a video editor, so let's grab one of those while we're here, just so we can find something sort of in here. Oh my god, my computer is so slow. Can I search? Can I just do like a regular ass search? Oh yeah, there's a fucking bar right here. Okay, we got OpenShot. I vaguely tried that once. I don't remember if it was good or not. Subtitle editor. I also tried Shotcut at one point as well. I don't think either one worked well for me before, but Mario Unofficial. No, I don't think they're gonna have Windows Movie Maker in here, but I'm curious. Oh, is this the only result I get for it? No, no. No. Okay. I might try OpenShot again. I guess let's just grab Shotcut. OpenShot, I mean. Whatever, same thing. Oh, this video thing is already installed. I didn't even notice that. That looks... It looks vaguely complicated still, but let's do it. Install. Oh my god. While we wait for that to do anything, I guess I can take these other things out of their boxes, maybe? Oh, is it started? Is it already done? Did it immediately... Oh, it didn't like... Okay, that's just it actually doing it. It didn't show me progress. Okay. Cool. Oh, desktop. Icon. Change background. We got her backgrounds. Okay. Everything just feels like small. Let's see. Ooh, what the hell is that? It's like a light bulb. That's kind of neat. That's kind of cool, I guess. Yeah, we'll do that for now, I guess. Appearance. What's this for the desktop? Oh. If I turn off panel low, does that fuck shit up? Oh, panel makes it an entire panel out here. I see. I'll keep it a panel. Oh, let's do it for performance. Yes. Let's get the most out of this machine. This here machine. Power saving? No. Do not dim the screen. Power it off? Yeah. What else can my power button do? Oh, suspend or nothing. I can make my power button do nothing. Show battery percentage? Oh, yeah. Much better. Automatic suspend? No. Automatic power saver? No. Does that make this not matter? I'm just going to turn it off and make my screen keeps being on forever. Well, I'm going to play around with this a little bit more, I guess. I think that's all I'm going to show. Like, it's set up. You change the background. We have a vague idea of how to get apps. And even that, I had to probably edit around all this other crap. So, we will... I'll jump back in later after I've had a little bit of time to do some stuff with this. And, let you guys know after I've had a little bit of time to see what it's actually like, because I don't need to document the entire experience of me just coming upon apps or something. But I'll try to record little clips here and there if anything else cool happens. I'm just recording this part because I didn't realize this SSD thing that I got or whatever was going to be this crazy. I've got a whole little instruction thing here of what to do. And right now I have it open, so it's like all just like here like this. I'm like, oh, I thought it was going to be just like you plug it in. I didn't realize it was like you open it up and service it and stuff. So like, weirdly the instructions say to like put this piece in, but it's already in, so maybe it's just instructions they give with everything. I don't know, but like, they also have me like put the pad on here as the next bit of instructions, and it's like put the front or whatever, then on one side and do the other on the back. So it's gonna end up like this, I think. I guess. Oh, how far does it go? This kind of has it going up, yeah, below that. It's gonna go in there, so I'm guessing this is a thermal pad, but I have no idea how to tell what's front and what's back. So I'm gonna be winging it, I guess. Peel off one of these sides, maybe. But like, you'd think it would tell me in some way. Which is which? Oh, it's clear. Okay, get off me. Next, we're probably gonna get one shot at this, so that's nothing. Well, it's not the straightest, but it's as good as I can do. It says to peel the back thing off then after that, but I assume the back is also sticky? Oh, it's gonna be hard to get off now. It's on there, huh? Come on. One of these corners has to come up, right? Come on. There we go. Oh. There we go. That's also sticky, so I don't know. It is stuck on that side, so it's sticking on both sides. But then, like, do you do that? They also said to put a little screw thing in here, but it was already in. Then we have the casing, so I just put this back in here, like so. Yes, because you need the little thing, open button to clip there. See, it's like this. I really thought it was going to be just, just this. Whoa. And we have plugs on it, so I just wanted to record that bit because I thought that was really weird, and it came with it. So I'm like, well, I'm going to use this to put Steam games on it since I only have so much space on that, and just see how that accessory works as long as I have this. I mean, I don't know if I really necessarily need like this thing for anything, but maybe we'll try all this out. I don't know. Anyways, that's the thing. I'll report back on how that works, I guess. Okay, that probably looks good enough. I don't know, but basically, I wanted to show you guys how this thing works with Steam. But I've had a bit of an issue here. So basically, I did download some stuff on here and use it. I just got Steam through the the Ubuntu Store App Center thing. I downloaded it and then I got it and signed in like normal. It was pretty easy to do. You probably can do it from the terminal also, but this was easy enough for me. And it was working. I got a few games. Do I actually still have anything friggin' installed? I don't think I do. But what I got on here right now? I have a couple games on here. Basically, yeah, like things like Ukulele was kind of my benchmark. I did a few games on here and like they were working all pretty good. I mean, some of these had to be run at minimum specs and stuff, but they worked pretty good, which kind of shocked me for a laptop with 4 gigs of RAM, no fan. I don't know how good the N6000 processor is, or if it has to do with how easy it is for things to run on Linux, or a combination of both. I don't know, but yeah, pretty surprised what this thing could do. You might notice this over here, a little external hard drive. I have to make sure that, I have that mounted every time. That's where all my games are saved, because I only have 64 gigs here, so that's like 264 on that. So I have to remember to mount that every time that I do this. And basically, stuff was working surprisingly well. I mean, again, usually at pretty low settings, but still, and they're not new games. They're like from the 2010s when I got everything. But basically, yeah, they ran surprisingly well on this. So I tried the compatibility mode that Steam has, because basically you can go over here, and it's in the settings, and I think I have it set to off right now. Basically, there's a compatibility mode here where you can tell it to do the Steam Play. Basically, if you enable this, you can make it so that essentially it just kind of forces games that aren't native to this to use a compatibility layer of Proton. And you can select different kinds of that and whatever, and different versions of it to see what works for your game. The games that I chose didn't work with that, and actually turning that on made games that were previously working as the Linux versions just quit working. So I turned it back off. Or actually, before I turned it off, I tried getting Proton GE, which was kind of a hassle to try and download and get that working, because that's not through Steam officially. But that didn't do anything either. So I turned that back off, and I just, I tried it again. And now, basically, these games just won't boot at all anymore. Every time I go to play a game, unless it magically works while I'm recording this, it'll start like this. It's like, oh, it's playing, and then it'll just go to a couple seconds. And it stops. So it doesn't really go anywhere. It doesn't do anything. This was working fine before, but yeah, nothing wants to play anymore. So I don't know what to do, because that's off. I made sure all these per game, I don't have anything forcing it to use a certain thing to play. I uninstalled the other thing, and I tried, reinstalling the games. I tried restarting. I tried, getting updates and upgrades and checking for that. I tried uninstalling Steam entirely and reinstalling it, which took a long time. It hung on the fucking screen to uninstall it for a hell of a long time. I'm missing an achievement. What the fuck achievement am I missing for this fucking thing? And then it just it wouldn't go. It took. I mean, it eventually did, but it just took such a long time, 45 minutes or some shit, for it to just uninstall 225 megabits of Steam. And I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. And how I messed it up. So basically, at this point, I really can't show you how the Steam games work unless I get those working. And the thing is, I've only had this for a couple weeks, right? Not even a couple weeks yet. So basically, what I'm going to try, which is pretty extreme, but I'm going to try and actually reinstall Ubuntu. I'm going to try and make a bootable disk and do all that crap, see if I can figure that out, and get that reinstalled to see if a fresh install and never turning that on will let me show you what the games look like. Otherwise, we'll just have to look at the games that did work out of the App Center, because in this state, obviously, I can't really show you anything. So we are going to try that. One more quick thing here, just because I'm going to restart this, whatever, I don't know where I'm putting the clip in here in the video, but basically, if you're wondering about this numpad thing down here, this actually doesn't work out of the box. It doesn't work. It just works on Windows out of the box. So you have to find a custom-made, a custom-made thing for this, a driver. I had to go in and I had to install a thing to use GitHub, and I had to download that driver from GitHub, basically, and put it on here, and it does work. So you hold a button here, and that'll turn on. Well, it's supposed to turn on, and then you can use a numpad. And what's cool is also they have a little action where you're like, woo, and then it's supposed to somehow opens the calculator. I forgot how I do it. Do I hold it and then swipe? Or I just do it over here? So I do and then swipe? Fuck, there was a way it opened up. I did it by mistake before. I also accidentally turned this thing on a lot. Okay, well, it did work at one point. But it won't do it now because I wanted to. Anyways, let's just find the stupid fucking calculator then. And, oh, right, it's hard to tap now because the mouse is on. Or the buttons are on, and so I can't click that while I... See, that's why it's another part of right away. You can see it's a problem because you have very little mouse space to use once that's on. You probably want to have an external mouse plugged in if you're going to be doing this. So let's take out my calculator, and ta-da! Here's the calculator. Can I move this? Okay, and now if I have the numbers on here, man, it's okay. 52, 50. Am I not in here? 50. Why won't it go now? I'm hitting numbers. It's on. Oh, there. Okay, well, it did work before. No, no, just work. Okay, well, maybe it's not as good as I thought. Oh, what the fuck? Can I just hit it manually on here? If I turn this off, can I hit the buttons, or is it broken right now? It's my calculator itself isn't doing anything. Okay, now it's doing stuff. Okay, it's a great example. I can't backspace it. I have to do clear. Okay, and now let's turn this on, and now let's be well, I hate it. It did work before, and now it just won't. So my whole system is just being a whole pile of shit right now. Let's just open up, where's my writer? Oh, my Word document thing. Oh, it's over here. And just, in here, did you know? Shut up. I just want to show people that numbers work. Okay, turn it back on. Turn it back on. And, okay, so they do work, and I don't know why the calculator part actually quit working. Oh. Wait, I just swiped that time and it went. What the fuck? Okay, I'm very upset right now. I don't understand why it won't open the calculator. I don't know why it's easily shutting itself off when I'm swiping it, but when I'm doing other things, it won't just turn on. And won't bring up the calculator, and I hate it. Basically, what I'm saying, anyways, the point is, you get it. The point is, fuck me, I'm so mad at this. The point is, it's stupid anyways. And apparently it doesn't work consistently on this, and it's dumb, and don't do this with your keyboard trackpad, but don't do this. Just give us a numpad or don't. Don't do this. Don't lie to me with this. You can't even feel where they're different, because it's all just flat. Anyways, yeah, that's whatever. Fuck it. I wish things could just go correctly. No, save it! Alright. Holy shit, so... just to give you a bit of an update here, I basically reinstalled all of Ubuntu, which took forever because I accidentally picked a flash drive that apparently was USB 2.0, so it took ages. And also just I don't know, that just was like unexpected, I guess, to do that. But I got everything reinstalled and stuff. Other than I didn't get anything, I guess, like I didn't need. I didn't get the special driver for the numpad bullshit down here because I wasn't really using that. You probably maybe saw that piece in the video and how this really isn't useful. So I didn't bother to go through the process of getting all that again. What I did do, something a little different, is that, just to get this in the fucking shot, the drive that I have all the games on, the external drive, I did reformat this because apparently that was defaulted to NTFS, and people online were saying that's not very good for running Steam games. So on Linux, so I reformatted it to the native ext4 format that hopefully should work, and I put the game on here. The only other thing is that I also, you maybe saw the clip, I don't know if that's before or after the gaming part here, but with the camera, I had issues with that, and now the internal mic no longer works either, so that's great. That worked before this, but now doesn't, so who knows what else is broken or will continue to break as I do this more. But here is the moment of truth. After doing all the bullshit to reinstall the entire operating system, to set my stuff back up, and to get this here, will this play? So I can actually show this off. Moment of truth. What? Moment of truth. Moment that is true. Come on. Come on, you bastard. Oh, it's downloading something else down there. Okay, well, fine. I just want to, because, like, the stuff was, like, working decently well on here, until, that shit happened, so, I don't know, like, I'm hoping that if I just don't fiddle with it too much, this will make it work again. What was that? That was gonna ask me, this is different? Oh, okay. It's gonna work. It's gonna fucking let me do it. Okay, hold up. So, that looks pretty bad. Let's skip that. Let's actually turn the volume up. That's actually pretty quiet. And we'll see if we can change the settings without it crashing, because the first time I was playing it did do that when I tried to just turn the resolution and shit down. Hey. What? Hey. See, it's very, very slow, so I don't know why these are the defaults here. If we go here, it's on fastest, full screen. If we hit this, we'll go to the minimum. Okay. And then... I think we were on the second file. I'll get my mouse out of the way. So it's not gonna look the prettiest. It probably still won't load the fastest, although it is on the SSD, so it could load probably faster than the internal storage. That's like fucking eMMC or whatever, like an SD card. But once we're in, it actually runs pretty good. Like I ran Shadow Warrior, the 2013 one, and like that's not great, but at minimum specs it does at least move. Oh, starting underwater. That's a good thing. Oh yeah, I was. Wait, where the fuck am I? Oh yeah, I'm trying to get in that. Oh. That's a weird lag spike. Oh, I guess I'll load the area first. Once it loads, it should be okay. But like, I wish my mouse was not on the screen. Where the fuck is the door? I just kind of want to get into this like level and show you a bit of that too. I actually, yeah, I got like stuff to work on here. Rogue Legacy works right out of the box really easily. Like it's been really like pretty good. I mean, it's not like amazing performance, but it's outdoing stuff that I've had that has like, you know, this has 4 gigs of RAM. I had a laptop that had like 12 gigs, and that didn't do as good. So like, all right, let me in here. Let's check out this level. I wanted to start here, but I couldn't get it to boot up before, so I was like, I'm just gonna check it live. And yeah, it's actually pretty decent for a low-end laptop. I mean, it's running stuff that I all downloaded during the 2010s, so it's not like that crazy. But just the fact that it runs this stuff, and also it's like 193 games out of like what, like almost 600 or something. It's 500 some anyways. That's still better than like what Mac would natively run. So I think we're still doing pretty good here. And obviously for like just in general for Linux stuff, yeah. I don't know, like again, like for how good this is running. Oh, this looks cool. I think it's just loading spikes that like once it's loaded, stuff seems to move pretty good. Oh, don't touch that. It's alright, I don't know this level. And yeah, I mean, this is pretty livable. This is pretty playable. It's again not the highest resolution. It's not the smoothest experience out there. But it's yeah, I'm really good at playing and talking at the same time. You know, it like I don't know, like look, you see the level and stuff and things. So it's cool. I'm happy with it. We're gonna get out of this here. I'm gonna show off as long as it's working now. So it looks like Steam will work if I leave it alone. Mostly, it should be fine. And I just wanted to do that was my test show of Steam. I want to also show a little bit here from I got stuff out of the Ubuntu shop, App Center store thing. Oh, there we go. Let's get the hell out of here before we have issues. Exit. So we're gonna go over here, and the game I wanted to show off with this was where is it? Super Tux Kart, which is like a kart racer. I don't know how loud this is gonna be, I guess. But this just works with the fucking controller right out of the box. No, I don't need that. I'll play offline. That's good. Oops, there. Okay. Alright. Okay. Play tutorial of the game. Sure, let's just do it. Let's just so you can get an idea. here it is, and here's how you play. I think it's weird. You hit, yeah. So yeah, you just kind of dink around. And it's sort of like a mix of like it's kind of like Diddy Kong Racing, Mario Kart type stuff a little bit. Maybe Crash Team Racing, I don't know. You get these things like, oh cool, I get nitro. You fill these up. And woo! But yeah, it's pretty simple. As 3D games running on here, and I think I did it last time too, and I got stuck down here. But you get the idea. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of different modes and stuff in here. I don't know. And this just runs really well right out of the box. Really happy with it. I had a couple of like glitches where like some of the textures are falling out. It's not happening right now though. It's a different level, but yeah, no, it's not too bad. I was pretty impressed for a free game. I didn't think it would look that nice and have all those options and online play. Like I'm blown away. And also I think this one's gonna be loud as shit. I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. But one other one I couldn't resist. I got Space Cadet Pinball. It just boots into full screen after I selected that. That's awesome. That's great. Love that. I think it had stuff for gamepad, but it doesn't seem to be doing it. So I can just use the keys awkwardly around you guys, right? You don't mind. Pardon my reach. But it's just Space Cadet Pinball, and I just love it. The picture over there is different than I remember it being. But like, oops, wrong button. And it just is Space Cadet Pinball. And I have tons of nostalgia for this, and I love it. And, yeah, I don't know, I'm just having it on here again. Gives me that old Windows feel. So at least after all that headache and stuff, knowing that the Steam games work, again, is good. Knowing that this also still works, even if that does break again, is cool. It's nice to have. And, yeah. I just wanted to show some of that. So you can do some cool stuff with gaming on here and whatever. It is capable to do low-end gaming stuff if you want to do that. And I do, but not a lot, obviously. You do want to have external storage for some of this because, again, the games take a lot of space, and 64 gigs of space for programs and games is going to be kind of rough. So, yeah. I don't know if this song has copyright on it, so hopefully I don't get into any problems with that. And else, I don't know. That's the gaming part anyway. I don't know how I'm going to put this video together yet, so we're just kind of recording stuff as it comes. Alright, I was going to do a quick test of this thing, I guess, or a couple things, just to see how that works. I don't know if I would really need this. I mean, I'm not going to bother with the Ethernet part, I guess, because I won't pretty much never use that, but, you know, I guess I already have, like, all these ports on here. It's got, yeah, HDMI I already have on this. I have USB 2.0 and 3.0, and then power delivery. I don't think that's going to do anything because this has a regular power cord to it. Like, all regular. It has a power cord that's like this, so I don't know if that's going to really work if I try to do a different power source, but let's just give it a shot. I'll plug it into the USB-C slot here. I guess I needed to double up. Got another USB-A port, I guess. Okay. So it's, it has a light on it. Oops, if I can show my camera. It's got a light on it, I guess, so that's kind of cool. Also, I noticed they have, like, blue inside of both of these. Even though one's USB 2.0, one's 3.0. I don't know why that is. But, okay. Let's, test out a little bit here. Move my camera back in sort of the right spot. Actually, I should probably just leave this more to the side so you can actually see what the hell I'm doing over here too. Turn the light on over here, maybe. This light will help us, you know, or make it worse. It might make it worse, but we'll see. So, I'm going to start by hooking up the power delivery and see if that does anything. I don't think it will. No, my actual thing is still not, it's not charging. Look up there. If I can direct this, I should just hold my camera, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything. My battery there just says 100%. It's not charging, so say that's a bust, I guess. Unsurprisingly. I'd give it a shot. I wonder if the USB-C thing can still be used for data, though. That's what I wasn't sure, because it doesn't say that it can. But let's try plugging this, awkwardly plugging in the SSD as well. See if that actually passes through there as a regular device. Well, it gives it light, but it doesn't seem to be, you can see that the light there is on. This is on camera. You can very barely see the light down here, but it does not show that it as connected, so that is not working that way either. Okay, is this all the way in? It looks like it's all the way in, unless it's falling out. Maybe it's not all the way in. Oh, it's in there. It just fits. It just fits kind of loose. That's cool. Well, I'm gonna plug this. So that doesn't work. So I can't play Steam games that way. Just plug in the old controller then into the. Oh, probably about the 2.0 for that. A little lead. And then I plugged in the wrong controller, but it did. Oops. I had 2 cords over here, so it did recognize this controller, but I didn't want that one plugged in. Sure. I'll plug that one. I want a good one. That doesn't have a drifty dead zone. I'll plug this from here. I'll plug it in over here. Got them in. So now this is the controller I have plugged in, but the lights don't work on here. I guess let's just try. So it works in Super Tux card. Yeah, let's just do that. Just go real quick. Where was I last time? Yeah. Sounds excellent. But the controller, like I said, the test is complete. The controller is working. But I want to see quick. Okay. Count this as a bonus for the gaming portion of the thing I was talking about earlier. You can see it does work. That's what a boost looks like. But the textures here, the graphics on this are... I'm supposed to put out a thing behind me that slows me down. It appears to not have done that. But yeah, the textures blink in and out. So, the controller does work through that thing, so I guess that's good. Okay, so controller works. And I'm going to try one other quick thing here. I wonder if I use an adapter. If I have one. Okay, the answer is no. I do not have an adapter to to go from USB A or from C to A. I only have it from A to C, so I can't actually test that to plug that into there. So who knows if that would work. But the USB-A things work. I guess I might try the... Maybe I'll try the HDMI thing quickly as well, too, just to see if it goes. Okay, let's hold the camera for this clip, I guess. So, yeah, I got it plugged in over here. So I'm going to see if it'll work on this other monitor I have. And again, it's probably a little silly because there's like a full HDMI thing right here. So like, why would I need to, you know, do that? But it's a general thing. I guess I must just have a package with it. So let's try HDMI thing. I might have to set this down to do it. Which way is that going over here? Okay, it's going like that. It's going to go like this. Like this. And God, it's going to be hard to do one-handed. Okay. It's plugged in. And this is not doing anything. Okay. So that doesn't seem to work, I guess. I mean, I don't think I ever turned this thing off, so it should be on. Let me set this down and we'll edit this real quick. Let's see if it works just in the regular HDMI port. I haven't used this in a while. Damn it, it's so hard to do one-handed. Well, that worked. Sort of. Uh-oh. There it goes. Well, see, so that does work. Where'd my mouse go? Oh, I think it's on the other side over here. Yeah, so it does work. You can see that's a much nicer looking screen also. So we'll demo that more, I think, when I do other stuff here, but so this thing apparently just does not work with HDMI either, so it's yeah, sort of a bust. But if I need a couple other USB-A ports or something, I guess, I don't know. That's unfortunate. In fact, I should test this with another computer just to see if it is specifically with that port and this. We'll check that out real quick too. Okay, here's my regular ass computer, Windows on it. Oh shit, there's no USB-C port over on that side, so I have to bring this over. Try it over here. Make sure it's snapped in there. Oh, heard a bloop. No. No. Still isn't doing it, huh? Huh. Does it detect it in my Explorer on my desktop? Yeah, I don't even see anything plugged in now here, so light's still on and stuff, so I guess yeah, the USB-C function or the HDMI function does not work on this thing, I guess. So yeah, don't bother with this. This was kind of a waste of time. I don't know if this is a screen that actually shows something when Ethernet's connected or if it's just weird like that. I don't know. It shows like little squares on it. I don't know what those mean. So yeah, it might work for that, it might not. I assume it's not a super high quality thing, and that's why they put it in the box. Okay, 2 more quick tests here. I'm gonna see if it will work for some reason on the Apple MacBook Air here. If it'll work on this for some reason. Well, it wouldn't work on the other stuff. I doubt it. Does not seem to care. Oh! Okay, so to be fair, it did work on this for some reason. Where's my mouse? Oh, it's over here, and then it's over on that screen. Can you even see that? Yeah. Fair enough. It does work. Just not with the laptop it came with. Or with this other one. But it does with the MacBook. So that's cool. I feel less bad about that. Well, let's try the power delivery part of it. Since this actually does power through that port. Am I zoomed in? No. Okay, so let's. Yeah, right. We're not charging right now. Let's see. If I can do this one, it's always hard to do one-handed. It was easier when I could set the camera up. I didn't want to get the stand back out. Just work with me. Work with me. Okay, it's plugged in. Oh my god. It's charging. Okay, so I was a little harsh on it. It does work. Just that the power thing does not work with the laptop I got. And the HDMI thing doesn't work with 2 of those. So I don't know why that is. They are listed as working in the manual. If I can get the little booklet over here. Actually. The booklet says, if I can get it out of here. Oh, it got smashed up because I. So it was works with this focuses on here. Yeah, it says it works with Apple and ASUS, but it doesn't seem to particularly work. It also says it works with HP. It seems to only work particularly well with Apple. So the other part was that I want to say that you see it on the back here. It'll focus. The labeling there, and here, and then the little booklet thing refer to the HDMI port as HDTV. For whatever reason, they don't call it HDMI. It's just HDTV. I don't know why. So, anyway, it does work somewhat on some things, but it doesn't seem to work particularly well with this, so I don't know why it came packaged with that machine that can't really use it. Okay, well, this is the 50 millionth camera test I'm doing to see if it'll work, and it's very particular, this camera. If I have it in like just the right place, it seems like it will be smooth. And it doesn't look too bad, but you get it like in any darker areas, and then it just tanks, and it's like crap. And it's not the most amazing picture quality, anyways. And you're probably wondering, well, why does he have a fucking headset on for this? Well, it's because I was going to show you the microphone quality of the laptop also, but it won't work. It worked before. I had to do the whole reset thing to try and see if my Steam games would work. And then I did a whole reinstall of Ubuntu, and for some reason it just decided that my microphone will not work. And so unless I magically find a driver or something that magically, with the power of magic and also even more magic, I don't think I'll be able to get the internal mic to work again, which is, I guess, fine, because I don't use it. I plan to use it, really. I'm not going to really need it, I guess, but it would be nice to not have to have an external microphone plugged in. It worked before. Why does it not work now? I don't fucking know. So I'm actually just really pissed off, because this was supposed to be a simple thing, and now, like, shit that was working fine, it's just magically not working, and I don't know. I didn't really do anything other than reinstall what was already fucking on here, and it doesn't fucking work. So I don't know what the fuck is what I'm saying. I'm mad. And I'm mad because this is supposed to be easy, it's supposed to be simple, this is supposed to be better. I mean, fuck. I had my fucking Windows laptop where the goddamn camera just quit working on me for how long, then update just magically fixed it like a year later, and that was stupid too. And this is about as dumb, where it was working like a day ago. It was working like the same day. I could have done it. And there's also a dumb thing where if I have this fucking camera recording and I have the fucking visuals are scaled at all, right? Because my screen's a little small, so I had like 125% scaling. And if I did that, every time I took a picture or I did a video, when that was done, doing it, it would just immediately crash the camera app. But it still worked, I guess. I guess it worked, but it would just keep crashing every time. So I don't know what the fuck that's about either. So I'm just kind of annoyed right now, and I kind of wish shit would just work. And maybe if I knew what the fuck I was doing, maybe if I had a better, like, more expensive piece of hardware. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's the system. Maybe it's just some other bullshit. Fuck shit. But it's annoying. And I'm sick of it. And that's your test. So that's what probably audio's probably clipping really bad too, because I didn't do another test of the audio before this. Because I already had to record like fucking 50 clips of me. Does it work now? 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 And you know what? None of the times it did. You couldn't even hear me asking any of the goddamn times. So all those times you hear right now, I'm just 50 million times. Woo! Alright, so this should work now. I'm trying out OBS here, and I'm also going to use this as just sort of a little quick rundown of a few different things in the system, I guess. You'll probably hear my mic is not actually the built-in mic, because that I still could not get to work, although in settings it still says it is the built-in mic now, but it's not, so that's a fun issue. I've had to go in here and basically with these settings, just so you can take a peek, if it'll let me during stuff. I've had to turn my output down to 700 kilobits here, the fastest thing I could do. And then video stuff, I actually have it downscaling it to 720p and 30 frames per second, just so it'll like let me do this. Also, weirdly, the mouse looks like this, but it gets really big and weird in this window. I don't know why this is a totally different cursor in the OBS window, and it's like chunky. But it does seem to work. I only have so much RAM to work with, so we'll see if this gets overloaded. Because all those other settings before it was just completely overloading the encoder. So we'll see if I have enough RAM to even show anything off. But a simple thing here is like we have a bunch of stuff around here. This help page is just like a web page in Firefox, which is the default browser, and this seems to work fine. It comes pre-installed. It is loading very slowly because I'm also recording, I guess, so I probably should show some of this when I'm not doing that, but I guess we'll see. Yeah, it's a little sluggish to do that, but it works just fine. Then we have stuff here. We have the App Center. This is where you go and you can get all of your different apps that you want to get. And so, like, for example, I go in here and like you can like update your stuff. Like, oh, I'm using all these apps. You can update them here and remove them and stuff in here. I guess the lower frame rate's not going to matter. In this, I go back to Explore. In this recording, if it's going to be sluggish with my RAM anyways. But let's just look up, did I spell that right? Yeah, I want to get Solitaire. I didn't re-download this yet. Solitaire Antics Ultimate. Is that what I had? No, I had K-Patience before. Before I reinstalled the entire thing. So I'm going to grab this because this has a bunch of different versions of this on here, which I want to check those out. That's just always a good one to have, so I'm going to install that. I'll put in my password, which you can't see because it blocks it out, so I can do it that way instead of having to pull the camera away from the keyboard. And then you just do that, and you can install it. And you see different stats of, like, is it good standing and who's it by and all this other stuff. Also, you probably notice up here in the corner there's a little thing that says it's recording my screen right now, and it's using my microphone. Because we're waiting on that to install. I'm going to show some other stuff, maybe, if it'll still load things. So I tap this, get some settings here. Brightness is up at max, but you can't really tell on this sketch, so I'm recording my screen like this. But yeah, I have these different options for these. There's like a screenshot tool here. I could take this out and do a screenshot, or like a window. I could do screen recording as well. That's pretty cool. I guess I could have tried that, but I don't know if that captures the mic when you do it. I don't want to pull too many things at once here, so I kind of want this to finish installing before I do too much else. But like, if you got your file folder, like, this is pretty much just your where everything goes. There it goes. So you can see, yeah, it's like pictures and music and all this other stuff. This is basically your main folder of looking through all your stuff. Snap is like pretty much all your apps that you download and things are usually going to be in here, so you can check that out. And they have the hotkeys down here, so this is your Windows Explorer equivalent kind of thing. And LibreOffice. This is a free Microsoft Office kind of cloned thing with some programs that are like that. So you have a few different things here. I'll start off with Writer. If it'll let me. There we go. Give you little tips. Okay. I'll just full screen that. I don't know if that will help or harm our things here. And it's just a thing. It's like, Can you tell who I watch on YouTube? But yeah, it works just like Office would. That's cool. So let me get out of there. I do not want to save that. No, don't save. And so that will work just fine for me. This is nearly done installing. You can also like do the right-click thing. You can just open up the things this way as well. So like going up and press. This is PowerPoint, basically. It says it's ready. Oh, there we go. And you can pick your templates, or you can just close and have blank one. And I'll actually open up recent. Will be definitely not PowerPoint. I made my own. Here it is. How do we use it, you ask? I would like to remember as well. There was a button to just start the slideshow, I think. Shit, I'll find it. Don't worry, I'll find it. File. Maybe it's just up here. It's under View. Damn it, it's somewhere in here. Oh, slideshow. Start from first slide. There we go. Ta-da! Transition. And a sound effect. There's an example of the webcam thing, because we look at that as well, but that's a picture I got off of the webcam. The stills look okay. Like I said, there's a 720p camera there, but that's what that looks like. You probably saw that earlier anyways. And there you go. And then it is this, and ta-da! Amazing. And this is done, so I'm going to close this now. We'll get back to that in a second. Then there's Draw, which is a little... I thought it would be like Paint. It is not like Paint. You like put ideas and stuff on here, I guess. And I'm really bad at it. What is this? A line? Let's do a line. There's that was a square. That's not what I wanted to do. Here, there's a rectangle. There we have a rectangle. And we'll make a smiley face. You will be there. It's kind of I wanted the fill color to be that, and I wanted this to be I'll make this like automatic. Great. So I assume there's ways to use this wisely, but I don't really know what this is or how you use it exactly, so I'm not too concerned about it. But if you use something like that and other stuff for programs, you can, there you go. You can also use it here. I don't think I have base because I don't think it comes with this one. So if I click this, I don't think anything will happen. Actually, will it just tell me to buy something? It'll be like download something. No, it just gives me the launcher because it's like grayed out down here, so I don't really know what that is. Calc is, you see, it's Excel basically. It's like 1, 2, 3, and just do that, and you can auto sum them. Oh, hey, it did it. It did the thing. So you can do probably basically the same stuff as there, just find out where the buttons are and how to do it specifically here versus that. But that's a useful tool. I might actually use that for a couple of things. Then the only other one here then is math. And I'm gonna level with you here. I have zero idea what the fuck you do with this thing. I don't know. It's like, oh, yeah, I'll do this. You have that and this, and then you do, but it's this and that, and then from here we want to do a plus this, and do that to it also. So I don't know what this is or what it means or what it does. So I think if you understand math to a degree that is beyond what you learned like in grade school and high school, and just know what the point of this program is, maybe it does something for you. I don't know what it is. I don't think we need to save that either. I just don't need to save anything because pretty much everything I'm doing here is meaningless. This here is the terminal. So you pull this up and you can just put in your stuff, and you can type in your commands. A lot of them will use sudo something, but I usually have to Google everything that I look up to do for that because I don't know what it does. So then we have this list of stuff here. I've already kind of separately recorded some of this stuff, so like we already saw like how Steam works by now. I think I've been doing this in order. You've seen especially that pinball. You've seen Super Tux Kart. I'm going to do a thing for OpenShot separately. So color paint. Got this, and this is basically a Microsoft Paint clone type of thing. And I saw the interface and I was like, yes, I want to get this one. So you can like, actually, is this still default to this day? Settings. Yeah, I think if you have anti-aliased off, then it'll be pixel perfect. I think that's what that means, but don't quote me. But I changed that, but pretty much everything else is just kind of here. So this is kind of cool. I'm just gonna, just gonna draw stuff here. I don't know what this means, so I didn't use that. And I don't really know what this 3D shape thingy does, so I didn't use that. Maybe that's to move shapes or something, but I don't know. And you can do stuff like this brush, like, oh, I want to have like, or I want to have it be this square. You can do shit like that. And let's see, shape here. Just do like a solid fill for like a round square. Do this with the inside. We'll make the inside of this our second color that, and this, and then it'll be like, oh, the inside will be like that. That's an issue though, that these things pop up. I don't know why this is happening, and I've seen this happen a couple times now. I should have thicker lines so you can really tell what I actually did there. Yeah, these other lines kind of show up here, and I don't know. They aren't just like phantom like graphic things. They will stay there. So most weirdly, if you use the eraser, you bring this out, it just puts these little lines everywhere, and they're actually here. Like if I go to erase it, oh, oops, I thought it was on the eraser. I thought it was erasing. Wait, what? Shift for more. Oh, it's erasing with the background color. I see. So that eraser's second color, so I want to turn that back to white like my background is. Well, that's okay, a little weird, but okay, if you had a different background color, you can just make it erase that way too. I guess that makes sense. But yeah, so I'm erasing this stuff now. But if I drag it out there again, it comes back. So I don't care for that aspect of it, so you'd probably have to be kind of careful with that, and that's probably a deal breaker for most of using this. Let's use a spray can real quick, and just get some of that out here. Yeah, you can zoom in on it by clicking, and you can zoom back out. Right clicking, pick your color, do weirdo shape things. Oh, I want to see this afterwards. Cool. And you can be like a curvy line. So you can do like, you know, all the stuff you can kind of do. But the other thing I think was kind of cool is you have a color eraser here, so you can do this, and so it'll like erase stuff, but it'll only erase the color you selected. So like I'm erasing over like, you know, this stuff's not doing it. Erasing over here, not doing it. But yeah, every time I erase over the green stuff, it'll go over it. So if you just put a color you didn't want there, or you're trying to get rid of a color, you can erase that. That's a pretty cool tool. I don't know how to fix this other than like to quickly go to where you want to be. Yeah, that's weird. And actually, is this glitching this out a little bit more too? Yeah, that's weird. You kind of get rid of it, but like it's weird that it stays. I wonder if you save, if those lines will stay there when it saves. So we'll check that in a second. The other thing I wanted to quick do then is a fill with just fill it gray. Boom. It actually looks like that erase all those other like phantom lines. But what I'm going to do is I'm take the eraser back out. Get these in here. Okay, and now I'm going to save. Where the hell are we going to? Save it into pictures, please. And like, great. Now we're gonna close that. Now we're gonna open up our little file location here. Find pictures. Okay, there's pictures, and it's here. And okay, so it does not say those phantom things there, so they're just annoying, which is good to know. So that's cool. And if I do open with, can I open it with Color Paint? I haven't actually tried this. Well, what do you know? That's pretty dope. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. So that's Color Paint. That I liked that. That was a very good find for me, as that's exactly the kind of paint program that I want. Audacity, I mean, I'm sure it would work, but I couldn't really. Before I tried to use it, and it's like it wasn't detecting my microphone because my microphone wasn't working. But other than that, it should work. I just wanted to test it because it's an app I knew. This LMMS, we'll see if this actually loads up with this. The thing is, it might be a heavier program. Hopefully OBS is getting all this, and it's like also it's probably gonna look everything's gonna look blockier, I think, on OBS, just because the quality is set so low as well. But here it's like, I don't know. All I found out so far, because I don't know how this really works. First of all, I'm gonna put this piano roll back up here and get this up here. I like that. Throw that over here. We're gonna go, and I think I have to hit instruments, and like for example, hit like a. I wanna. Do we have a synth down here? No, we have a piano. So let's just do piano. Boom. There and. Okay, and then double click this, and then you can create like little like things. Be like, oh, yeah, I just put it too far to the side. Oops, I wanted this to be down one. Can I move it? Can I move it anymore? I need to zoom out more. It's not playing my audio either now. And you can loop it and just listen to it. Alright. Basically that's my idea. What I'm saying is like you can do this and you can like create sounds. I think you can plug in like a MIDI thing also. And like dick around with it there. And add stuff. So I think if I played around with this enough, I could potentially start making music on here, kind of like I did with Windows, or not Windows, with a MTV Music Maker, that game. But this was kind of exciting to see this thing. So like potentially I could actually get that going and make that a thing. I don't know. It might take a long time to do, but that's something I'm somewhat interested in, like messing around with and trying to get somewhere with it, because that does seem pretty exciting. But I've learned very little on how to actually use this yet, of course. So yeah, and don't close without saving. But that's that. Hopefully that wasn't horribly loud either. I don't know how the thing is mixed, and you could probably bleed through into my microphone because it's an open back headset. But Discord I tested. Discord works just fine. It's like not the official one, but it works. My camera, I don't even know if it's going to let me do this while I'm doing this. It's finicky. So the camera, you'll probably have already seen the video of this. I don't know if it'll let me do this while I'm doing that. Nope. It just crashes. Because I'm in the scaled thing too, yeah, basically I'll just keep crashing every time I try to do anything with it anyways. But it's pretty soft. It's a 720p camera. But we saw that video already and some of the, pictures and stuff, so I guess I'm not worried about it. The thing for videos is just a thing to be like, here, you can find all your videos in one place, like a video player. That's the video you saw where I got really mad. And there's a rhythm box, which is to play music. If you had music on here, I really don't. If you go to like radio, they have some stuff on here. I was like, what was that? What's Dream Factory playing right now? Is this going to play the same thing? Are these actually, are these live or are these just here? Okay, so that's that. Which is nice to get radio, I guess. I don't know if those are copyright or not, or what that is, or how they're getting it, but that's there. There's Shotwell, where you take pictures. So like this picture from earlier, let's just like open this up, and like, oh, look at that! Like, well, you can do all these different things, like edit your pictures. A basic video editor here. I can just hit enhance and automatically try to make it look better. Like, oh, look at this, boom, it looks better now, I guess. But I want to undo that because I want it to do exactly what I actually look like. So leave my photos alone. But it's nice to give it to you, I guess. A calculator is, we probably already saw this ad when I showed the numpad thing, but yes, it is a calculator. 5 and plus 5. Good guess. What else got here? Clocks. You can just add like world clocks and alarms and a stopwatch and a timer. Well, this could be handy. Tools to have. Oops, I didn't mean to click on trash. As long as I accidentally did. Here's all the stuff I deleted because was me testing OBS. It didn't work. So you can just it's like your recycle bin, but it's just a trash can. You have calendar. You can schedule stuff. I probably wouldn't use that much. I did switch my clock and stuff, whatever, to like 12-hour. Defaults to 24-hour, but you kind of get clock notifications and calendar stuff all kind of in one spot. And like, I'm kind of all over the place here. I'm just trying to show everything that I can. Text editor is kind of like it's. But also it has some like other functions to it that you can turn on and off, or like where the hell did my mouse go? For like settings, tabs, spaces, whatever. Like you can do this stuff and make it do text wrap, whatever, do stuff and not do stuff, and that's cool. I don't need that. But that's like, at least it's nice to have a little note-taking thing, and that can be used for multiple different things. For these are just the Office things besides the launcher. I just decided to pin the launcher for all of Office, so it's to be a little faster. I put them there. The second page here is mostly this other extra crap. Like these are just things for that LMMS. They're just like extra things for that, or these. Thunderbird is a email thing, but like you can't really use it because like I wanted to make an email with this because I thought it was like just its own thing, but it's not. It's actually you have to make an existing one. I think like before you used to be able to actually just create an email through here. It still wasn't in here though. It was kind of the same idea where basically what you do is you put in an existing email, or like they used to let you put it in and like create it through here anyways, but now you have to use the official like setup platforms, I guess. Maybe it just became harder to do. So like you need to make, a Gmail or an Outlook or something like that, and then link all your emails here to manage them. This isn't like providing you the service of an email, it's just giving you like a client to like manage them, which I really don't have much use for, unless I was going to make it my hub of everything. then here's K patience. They're probably gonna tell me something, and when I open it, it'll be like, "Hey, you're playing a game." Or it won't do anything. Oh, there it goes. Let's see. So view. Okay. I don't want the solve. Let's get the solver out of here. I don't want the auto drop. I want to drop the cards myself. Thank you. But I would like to play sounds. And yeah, I think all that stuff's probably fine. Yeah, you can play all these different versions of it. There also is a little help thing to be like, how do I play this, you know? And then it'll tell you all the different things on a web page that just explains it for you. I think so. Where is it? Yeah, K Patient's Handbook is just a... I kind of wish they would just give you like a text document or something with it instead of making it a web page. But it will take you to the web page to be like, here is how you... Oh, it's not secure. Oh, that's good to know. Here's a handbook. Here's how you play all the different kinds of these things. So that's cool. And all I've done so far are the ones that I know. I played Klondike till I won one, and then I tried to do golf, and I played it many times and never won. So there's a lot more left for me to do there. And you can't change the card backings, I don't think, either, which is a little annoying. It's a little dark for me to see personally with my eyes and my bit of color blindness, but you only have the one card variant here. It doesn't let you do like the 3-card one, I guess. And yeah, but it is in fact it's solitaire. So I mean, like, I can't complain too much about it, right? Like, it is what I wanted. And that's cool. We'll close out of that. And then the only other things in here are stuff like the updaters. You don't really look at this, I guess. Really, just this updates all of my programs or whatever for like these things, and these updaters are for basically all of the drivers and other stuff. They're all like, so this is like programs you've downloaded. It's actually just a quick button to open up. I think the thing you can open up in the App Center, basically. But it's going to do that, and it's probably going to find nothing. So I did it earlier today. So it just kind of looks for updates for you. And hello? Are you going to do anything? Or are you going to finish? There's nothing. There's nothing, is there? Just say there's nothing so we can move on, please. Or hang here for a long time. This is good for a video. You're up to date. Like, cool. But then basically all 3 of these other ones are going to open up different sections of the same thing. So if I do this, it's going to open up the general updater here. And then if I do like additional drivers is here. That will happen if you do the additional drivers. And like the firmware thing will also open up this page, and it'll say if there's anything. But it usually doesn't find anything. So it can't find whatever it seems to think my audio drivers are fine when they're not. But yeah, so that's cool. And then we just got like some utilities, which is kind of like other crap I threw in here. File roller. I'm on the second page. So like disks, this is like your disk management tool. So you can see like, oh, here I have, how much of that, and this is like how much I'm using out of my memory. I'm using, oh yeah, more than I have 38 gigs free. I've used up 2 gigs since I last looked at this. There's network things, or network disk usage analyzer. It's just like how much of your disk you're using for different things, and this is something where I think it could be helpful for the right kind of person who knows what the hell they're doing. I don't, so it's not really that useful for me. And this is not because I'm running an application right now, just so you know, like, that's not like making this exceptionally slow as far as I can tell. It just is this slow. But I do have very limited RAM to do things. And then it's like, oh, here's all this stuff that you have on here, and it's broken down into this too, and I don't really know what half that means. So you have a vague idea of what's taking up what. Yeah, so that's probably a useful tool for somebody who knows what they want to do with that, but not really for me. System monitor is kind of like your task manager. You can see like usage of stuff. We see we're using a good amount of our CPU. And yeah, resources. Oh, we're on resources. Processes is all the stuff running. File systems. Okay, so there's that. And power thing is be like, oh yeah, what is it? Put your power. And here's this. And you see like using that stuff. I don't know. I don't know how useful any of that really is for me. It's interesting for certain people to want to monitor that. Viewers and a document scanner, whatever. That's none of this is like file roller is like a WinZip. It's like for compressing and uncompressing stuff. This is audio thing. I got it to try to resolve audio issues. Gives you a bit more control over that. It didn't help me. Backups. I think it's just a backup tool. These are just things you need on here for your fonts and languages and shit. Startup Disk Creator, I assume, does what it says. I did not use it, but I guess I probably could have just used that. This is a remote tool for remote access to my remote desktop, whatever. I don't really need that. Startup applications, I don't really have anything in here other than they just defaulted to say use that. So I guess I want that on, even though I'm not going to be really doing much with that. And then there's just transmission, I think, is a thing for torrents. And I'm not going to do anything with that. Password manager, I'm not going to use that either, probably. So those are all just kind of there in this utilities folder, because I'm not going to use them. Can I click out of here? Sometimes it doesn't let me click out of here. And then I will rearrange this menu to include patience by my other stuff, because I will actually use it. Unlike something like, I don't know, say my calculator. The only other thing, I guess, would be looking at settings. Biggest stuff, you see, yeah, it's telling me it's my internal microphone now, and it's not. Just so you know, this is not it. It just calls it that now, because my thing is all messed up. And I tried a zillion things to fix it, and it doesn't, okay? I tried putting a bunch of different strings of things and reinstalling, and basically they're like, you need to recompile your fucking kernel. I'm like, they say it's advanced, and I don't know how to do that, so that seems ridiculous. So I'm not doing that. But you can set all kinds of stuff up here, Wi-Fi network, Bluetooth, whatever, displays. I have it on 125% scaling, which keeps breaking my camera app. But I have the refresh rate is 60, so you're probably seeing this captured in 30 right now, and a lot of my footage is captured in 30. But this thing does actually move in 60 frames per second, so it looks a bit smoother than you're getting to see, I guess. Especially with this recording, it's only in 720p, but it does go to 1080. To the real eyes in person. Sound, we were there. Power, I have it so it's performance. So this is at peak performance of this right here. That's just how good it is. I have it show my battery percentage. If you want to see that, it never powers off unless I tell it to. I don't know, multitasking. I don't really know exactly what these are asking me about this. And then appearance. You can change that. So I've selected, of course, that theme, and I think it defaulted on this orange, and I just left it. Originally I had olive, but I would have been with orange this time around. Ubuntu desktop, it doesn't tell me a whole lot about this. I took off the home folder because that's just when you hit files. That's like your home folder anyway. And it wouldn't let me put it right in the direct corner anymore for some reason. Apps is just showing you apps you have. Your default apps and stuff. And you can change notifications. I think search is looking for shit. Oh, when you're trying to search, you can find things. Online accounts, I don't have one. You can create an online account, but you don't need to. I'm just using a local one. Mouse stuff. Also trackpad, all kinds of stuff. I don't really know what color means because it just says checked. I don't know if I uncheck this, if it'll just be like each device is up-to-date profile to be color managed. Okay, well. Automatic built-in display, yes. I don't know. Okay. So I had to turn color off. I don't want to do it because I don't want to fuck anything up. So that I'm not going to test because in my experience, you don't want to fuck with things if you don't have to. Yeah, software details, whatever. So I guess I can look at this. I think it's okay for me to look at this. Oh no, my device name. I think it's probably fine though, right? Yeah. No, this is like, yeah, this is the stuff we have in there. So that's that. That's very light, hard to see. But I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to show. This is all the stuff. Pretty basic. Hopefully this video, worked. Hopefully the mic was okay. Hopefully the frame rate and the pixelization is not horrible. And I'll maybe I'm sure we have a couple other things to record just to show them as well. So we're not quite done yet, but that's the big overview of like just kind of using it in general. It's actually very easy to use, very user friendly, and you can download a lot of apps that you kind of already know in a few different ways, whether it's through the terminal or the store or going to a site and finding the way to do it from there. Very usable indeed. Okay, just a couple other quick things here, I guess. I'm going to delve into a little bit. So one of the things is the sound here, because this thing has speakers, but they're like on the bottom of the laptop. They're like, for some reason, over fucking, where the fuck are they? I can't even see them. Oh, here and here. You can see if I do this. Right, letting after the shot I got. Fucking Christ, I can't do anything right. So, like, there and there are my speakers. Ugh. Yeah, you suck. Also, the rubber feet on here are pretty good on the bottom. That's good. Yeah, since they're on the bottom, I feel like the way it sounds is going to probably be affected by where it's sitting. So we're going to start. We're just going to play some King of Space, give you an idea of what it sounds like. How loud is this? I was singing the right fucking song I clicked on. I wrote the right song, I didn't do it. Hold on. Oh, I started with the whole album. I'm a dumbass. Where's the title track? On the end. Good. Because this one I think has bass in it. More.
Space. I am king of space.
Man, it's like you've been waiting for it.
See this face, no grace. I am space. Race. I will win the race.
See, I won't get copyright claim because it's my own thing.
They won't place such disgrace. Human race.
I feel like it kind of depends on how this is angled.
Space. I am king of space.
You get a little lift with the legs on it, I guess. What I'm wondering is, how does it sound when it's like, so I can get over here without killing myself. Like on a solid platform here.
Hate that taste, must make haste.
I set it like on the bed. It's a little muffled down here.
I will be the end. Save no friend.
So I just wanted to kind of show that off. I'll stop this in a minute. And the other thing I want to show off a bit was like okay, you can, hold on, let me get this fucking back on here. Shut up. Where's my fucking mouse? So, that's that. The other thing I wanted to kind of show is just a bit of like, I do think I wrote something up here, and the keys actually are not that bad. Feeling. They actually feel pretty nice. There's like a bit of texture to them. I don't like an enter thing. I looked up why this enter key has like the yellow around it, and apparently that's just because like there's some stupid marketing bullshit. It's like, oh, you're entering into, your social media posts have it, and you're entering into a new space or whatever. Entering into the future or some bullshit. So like, there's that. You might notice some of these spots here, and I don't know how well it's gonna necessarily show up on camera, but probably on the back here, you notice the most. There's like, actually now it doesn't look as bad. It shows off like, doesn't show like fingerprints so much, but like you can tell like where you can kind of tell where your hands have like been on there. You can kind of see it there, the reflection of that, where like the grease of natural oils of like a human body like touching it colors it or like stains it or whatever. You can tell where you touched it, is what I'm saying. These have some sparklies though in the top of this, which is still kind of nice to see the little bits of that in there. So it's like, it's not terrible for like build quality on that stuff either, but that was this little quick extra piece here. I think at this point, yeah, it's pretty much. I think I've looked at more or less everything there is to look at. As far as what I really want to show, I think for a lot of programs and things, there's maybe other than oh yeah, there's one more thing. I guess there is also the I wanted to show off doing like a video on here. I think was really the last thing to do. That's probably about it. So we'll see how it works with the video editing stuff, and then we'll be done with this. So one more thing before the big wrap up here. Well, hello there. I didn't hear you come in. I was just too busy editing my video. Yeah, so I was trying out OpenShot here on here, and also doing a dual monitor setup. And I will say that even at this ridiculous angle you're at here, you can probably see this screen better than you can this one, right? It's the viewing angles are much better on my other monitor, and it's giving it a purpose. It's giving it a purpose, a reason for me to use it. I gotta remember that when I talk over here, you can't hear me. So this actually worked pretty well. I actually also plugged in a mouse. It just plugged right in and it works. I mean, it's not that amazing, but it also works. So basically, OpenShot is not a big review of OpenShot. It's actually pretty simple to use. I took like one song. I'll probably like give like a link or something to credit to like the free copyright free thing that I used and downloaded because I just was too lazy to try and get my own from a extension or something for the end thing or whatever. But like I just kind of threw in some clips of stuff that I recorded, tried some transitions and effects and stuff. And it's actually, OpenShot is pretty easy to use. I think that I could probably figure it out. It really only feels hindered by the hardware I have here. I think if I had beefier hardware, it probably would load things faster for the previews that I'm working on instead of like having to sit there and wait and having the playhead like actually catch up to like the part that's like rendered or whatever, or like whatever they do with that's like ready to go. It's like you have to wait a few seconds, otherwise like it'll get like out of sync and stuff, and you have to wait and you can't like whatever. It gets weird when you're editing that. I noticed that. I'm gonna chalk it up to the hardware, but actually using this has been pretty good. I'm actually surprised. Nice interface and everything. And I'm surprised how well it works again on this thing. 4 gigs of RAM. No dedicated graphics card or anything. I did for this, since you're already here and I'm like giving you it's more video stuff, right? To be fair, I did put the preview in 720p, 30 FPS, and I recorded the video clips in 1080p, 30 FPS. So even though all of the shots in the video, the main video stuff is going to be in 4K 30 FPS. That stuff, well, I guess, will scale anyways. Some stuff will be more blown up than others. It's not really about how amazing this thing looks. It's just like, can I really do it? And even at these things, these settings, it did take a little while for clips to move onto here and for that to work there. Actually, weirdly, with 2 screens, I had a weird issue where stuff would pop up on this screen, but like on the second one, I'm going to show this quick. For display settings, when you plug this in, and you get a little 1 and 2 on them, you can move these around to different places and actually different positions like around the screen as well. So you put it like over here, all over the place. It's pretty open as to how far, like where you can put it. So I just have it like that, and you can switch which one's the main display and stuff. And you can go in and actually like change settings on these. I made them the same. This can go up to like 75 hertz or whatever for refresh rate, but I just left it. So they would be the same, because I know that sometimes has issues. Where did my OpenShot thing go? Is it here? It says Python 3. It's probably that. That's weird. Also, weirdly, it's so smaller. But yeah, that's oh yeah, the other thing was that when I first started, like I can put stuff on the desktop here. But they all defaulted to sitting right here when I moved them onto here, even though I drug them from the folder to here. But I just plugged. Oh, where'd that other one go? Oh no, what? Oh, I just moved it down. But like, that's not really a huge deal. It's just a weird quirk. It also took a long time to try to import them, and I had to do a thing where I didn't want to cancel them and do whatever. It was a little weird, but I did just plug my camera in and it worked without having to have some extra like thing to download or interface or anything. It just worked, which was nice. I wasn't necessarily expecting it to. And yeah, it's been good. Hopefully you can hear all of the things I've been saying because I keep turning away from where the microphone is, so it's probably not picking up super well. But you get the idea here is that visuals, it worked, and definitely gives me more use for another monitor or something for stuff where you actually want to see it and have it look good. But yeah, that's kind of I was just gonna say that this experience was actually pretty cool. And it just makes me not only more excited for OpenShot, but also for just the idea of using like Linux in general and that, and like doing the stuff. It's all looking pretty good. In fact, if you want to see the video that I just did, check it out right now. Okay, just a quick little extra thing for this on the video thing again, to show that I did figure this out. I'm not going to re-edit the whole video because it's, I mean, like, whatever. It wasn't amazing to look at, I guess. Maybe if I end up actually feeling like doing that, I'll add that at the end of this. But basically, the only problem I had was I went to export, and for some reason, it defaults to the MP4 H.264, and I guess that doesn't work on my computer. So I just switched it to the MPEG-4. Where the hell is it? Here. I switched it to that one, and then it worked fine, and then I can play it like normal. So I kind of wish I had that other project still. So if I do this again, it's not like it'll take that long to remake it, so I might show you at the end of this. But it does work, so I feel better about that. But I'm keeping all that in because whatever, it's part of the experience, you know? It's what I did. Hey, I'm here with a bizarre shot because I'm just trying to find some different things to kind of put a few clips together here to test out editing in OpenShot. I don't know what kind of stuff you can do with OpenShot, so I'm gonna just mess around a bit here and see what sticks and what doesn't. And I'm recording in 1080p 30 FPS just because I think it'll be easier for the hardware to handle it. I'm sure the program is probably more than capable of doing a bit more than that, but well, you know, I wanna give it a shot, a fair chance. I want it to succeed if it can. So, like, how about a clip of awkwardly walking around? You know, just because I think that might be, you know, interesting, maybe visually, maybe not. I mean, more frames would be good for this. But yeah, I'm kind of curious to see what OpenShot's like, just to, you know, see the editing stuff of, like, you know, does it work? I remember trying it before, but my computer couldn't handle it then, and I'm sure this computer will have similar issues, but I don't know how many issues, how hard it's going to struggle, how much it's going to chug. We'll see, and I might try to do some effects and stuff on here. In fact, maybe we should try to find some effects and do some other bullshit. Just do it now. Whoa. I don't even know what kind of video effects are in here, so let's try to do one now. And how about a different one here? What if we did something like this? So I'll see if that did anything, and if it didn't, oops. And now, for my final trick. I will, if I can get this open again. I recently found out that, lemon wedges are fucking tasty. I hadn't had one in forever, and I was like, shit, I want to try it. How bad could it be? You know, is it really as sour as people say? I'm trying to get a good bite on that. These may have gone off a bit. I probably, hopefully, will remember to edit it in there. I actually haven't watched it back yet. I just finished exporting it, which took a little while. But I just want to bring up the tidbit about the video, different, you know, frame rate stuff. Like, all of this is in 1080p 60 for, like, these displays, but I didn't record anything at that exact resolution or at that frame rate. So I just kind of screwed myself since the beginning because I thought 4K would be better. Oops. Anyways, I think that's enough rambling about that. And I think I may have said erroneously in the last clip that I was like, now this is all the things I have to do. I forgot I have to do this yet. But I think this is all the stuff I know. I'm pretty sure this is all the stuff I had to look at for just like testing purposes. And now comes the part where natural use. We'll see how much I just generally use the laptop and everything like normal while I have it for a while. And then share my more realistic thoughts on this. Probably will be jumping to that right around now. Alright guys, it's time for some recommendations. Talking about Linux, and probably particularly Ubuntu since it's the only one I've used, but recommendations. So let's start with Windows users. So if you're a Windows user, should you switch to Linux? Well, there are some nice things for switching to Linux. I think the biggest things are going to be your freedom and your customization options. I think these are going to be huge if you're a Windows user, because generally speaking, a big thing I've noticed on Windows is that there's a lot of stuff now that the operating system likes to do for you, and it can be kind of annoying when you don't want it to do those things. There are also sometimes there's things that you want to do, but the operating system won't let you do those. So having a much more hands-off approach on Linux is really, really nice, because again, lots of freedom, lots of this just starting it up. Basically, a really big thing that I really loved about this is that I can start this up and then I just go and I just do things. It's not about what can this operating system do for me, it's what can I do with the operating system, and that's huge. And I think that's going to appeal to a lot of Windows users who are just sick of having to do stuff with all these accounts and sign-ins and all these other things, and they have to sign into things, features you have to turn on and turn off and work around with this other bullshit. It gets tiresome. This fixes that. It's just a lot easier to use in that sense. It's a lot more just straightforward and simple, and I really, really think that's going to appeal to a lot of people, especially Windows users who like old Windows, which was a lot more like that, where some of that stuff might kind of be there, but you still had a lot of freedom to do what you wanted to do. So that's probably some of the biggest things I would say are going to help, push you over if you're looking at stuff, like, oh yeah, I'll move over to Linux for that. That's huge. However, there are a couple of things to consider. The other things here you might not want to switch over if there are certain, basically compatibility, I guess. So there are certain programs that you want or need. You might be able to find a lot of equivalents on here. In fact, with certain versions of Linux, like Ubuntu, or I've heard Mint is also like this. A lot of the interface and things are pretty similar to Windows, and you can Google how to do things that you don't know how to do. And there's a lot of people making the switch already anyways, so if you don't know how to do something on Linux that you could do on Windows, there you go. They'll probably be able to figure it out. But yeah, compatibility is something you can't really work around, because there might be some alternatives, and there may be some stuff that's supported here, but it might be a third-party kind of version of it, or an older version of it, because things are made for Windows first. So that can be kind of tough if there's things you really need, particularly for certain programs, and they're Microsoft programs. Chances are they're not necessarily going to work on Linux. They probably won't. And also for gaming, that's another huge one. If you're a big gamer, Linux, gaming on Linux has come a long way in the past, however many years now, but it's still not up to snuff with Windows. Again, everything is made for Windows first. So yeah, if you're going to be a big gaming person, whatever, or you have specific programs, whatever those are, you may want to just stick with Windows, because you're just going to kind of have to. And also, I'll add on top of that, too, the idea that as far as, troubleshooting shit, they're about the same. The kind of things you have to do to make things work, or to fix things, or change them, or work around them, whatever, are going to be different. You're doing a lot of stuff in the terminal on here, but even though things might be different, the thing is, I think they're about as frustrating when shit doesn't work, and things probably will go wrong about just as frequently. So, yeah, it's still about as tough. It's just tough in a different way than it would be on Windows. You're not really gaining anything from this. You're just kind of trading it for another thing. So that sort of comes out in the wash. Mac users, if you have Mac OS, I think it's going to be a harder sell. Again, I think you might benefit from things like being able to have some freedom of customization on your system, and having the operating system be a little more hands-off for certain things. But the thing is, you are going to be really giving up all of your Apple services and apps, and that's something that a lot of people just don't want to do. If you're already baked into the Apple ecosystem, you really can't get out of it by jumping into this. So there's not really going to be workarounds for it. Even if you can find distros of Linux that are going to be similar to, to Mac, it's not going to be the same. So I think it's going to be a harder sell for Mac users. Though on the other side of things, I will say for gaming, it will probably be an improvement because nobody wants to do things for gaming on Macs. Apple doesn't seem all that interested in gaming on there. They'd rather you game on iPhones and iPads. So while it can be done, it's kind of difficult. With Linux, though, switching over to there, there's a lot more games that'll just work out of the box. Like I say, it's come a long way. And so, playing a lot of like native Linux games, you're going to have a lot more options for native Linux games than Mac games. I think that's just, generally speaking, that's true. And that number is going to be growing. So, I would say that, it's going to be a step up for gaming, but the ecosystem might be tough to kind of swallow. So probably not as big of a, an endorsement there. Now for Chrome OS users, why are you watching this video? This is marked as not for kids. But seriously, Chrome OS is usually on Chromebooks that are usually used by students. They're for school stuff or people who, do very little with their computers. That's why they're getting a Chromebook. It's cheap and does the few things you want to do on there. So I think that it's not really a great recommendation for that audience simply because they're not looking to do the same kinds of things that Linux would afford them that would enhance what they can do. In fact, Linux seems to be a somewhat light system to have, or operating system to have on your machine, which also is probably why it can help with gaming and performance and things. Any old machine that's like too old to be running newer versions of things, it might work on a modern version of Linux, and you always have that ability to refresh your system that way, and that's probably going to be the biggest thing I would say for your Chromebooks. If you're using a Chromebook and you no longer need it to be a Chromebook anymore, especially if it's like you're out of school but you still have the device, or like it's so old that it's not getting updates anymore, they've canceled those. Turning it into a Linux machine could actually breathe new life into it and allow you to do not only a lot more things that you really can't do with a Chromebook in the first place, but also just allow you to extend the lifespan of it. Even if you're doing the same simple stuff that you were doing on there, you should pretty easily be able to do it on Linux as well. So I think that's really the recommendations I would throw out there if you're looking to do that. Overall, it's not the easiest system to use, but it's not super difficult. It seems like a pretty light operating system in general, and it has tons and tons of options for different customization for your freedom and lots of things you can do with it if you know how to do it, where to look to figure things out and how to troubleshoot some of that. You can get quite a bit done on these, but like anything, the more you try to make a device do, the more problems you're probably going to run into, so just keep that in mind when you're using anything. Basically, as far as the actual hardware here on this thing particularly, we're talking, this thing cost me, like I said, $250, and that was with, the little accessories it came with, which you kind of need the hard drive with it because this only has 64 gigs of storage and nothing else. So that's nice to have with the purchase. This thing barely works with it. Oh, I did look in the box when I went to put this away also. Apparently there is another cable in this box that gives it a USB-A end to plug into here as well, so I did have that option. I didn't realize that. But this thing, not great. This dongle is really not designed for this machine, I don't think, so I'll probably use it to, have an external display on my MacBook sometime, but I'm probably not going to use it for much else. But the hardware itself impressed me. I really can't believe how good this thing was for just how cheap it was. It's a brand new machine. I mean, I think the model was like 2021, but this keyboard isn't like amazing, but it feels nice. The numpad thing was dumb even when it did work, I mean, obviously, if I had this on Windows, I think most of my drivers for things would work properly, like the numpad, and the microphone would still work and shit like that. But, yeah, the screen's not great. I mean, the battery life, I guess, is okay, but, the screen viewing angles suck, whatever. I mean, we talked about most of the stuff here in the video. I guess I don't need to really rehash everything, but what I'm saying here is that this machine is surprisingly good for how goddamn cheap it is. It definitely doesn't feel like it costs a lot of money, but it performs above what I expected. especially for something with like no fan and it was cheap and I don't know. So I think ASUS did a decent job on that. Yeah, I don't know. I guess if you're trying to get a really cheap computer to test out Linux to see if you would like it, I think this is a good bet. I do think this is pretty good for that entry level range of that, to get you started, get you to feel it out, and then if you really like it, you can put it on a better machine with better specs and get even more out of it than this. But yeah, there's lots there to explore, and I probably am going to keep this. I mean, like, to be honest with you, after I finished doing most of the stuff for recording, while I did experiment a lot more with this than I thought I would, I haven't really used it much since then. I did a couple of things on it, but it's just, I have 2 other laptops, and so I usually am using those instead. So, that's kind of where this is that with someone who already has 2 laptops already that they're using, a 3rd laptop is not really necessary, I guess is what I'm getting at. But it is cool. I probably keep it around for having a Linux on it, and if I want to do other weird stuff or whatever, this is going to be probably my, every once in a while, project device if I want to do something else with it. So definitely let me know if there's anything you'd want to see me do with this. The ideas I've been kicking around are things like, I could try doing maybe a different version of Linux or some other operating system if we can find it. I guess it might be interesting. Let me know about that. Or potentially like opening this thing up and trying to, give it more storage or something. That might be neat because it's a pretty low risk thing to do. And also just the idea of, having if there's something on Linux or whatever, like some other program or something that would benefit from this that I would use this machine for. I mean, there's that, or I don't want to throw something on my main devices because I'm afraid of it. I can throw it onto this and feel a little safer. So that's kind of where I'm sitting with this, stuff like that. So let me know any ideas or suggestions you have in the comments for this. Otherwise, it's probably going to sit in my closet for a while and hopefully not just die in there. For every once in a while, I want to come out and be like, I really want to play 3D Space Cadet Pinball. And then I'll break this out for a little bit. And it's like, cool, I get it. And then throw it away again. Yeah, so that's pretty much everything for that, I think. One other thing I will bring up here, though, for like another video for other stuff. I do have one more video that I'm already working on right now. So it's in the works. But if you want a bit of a teaser, here's the box. So yes, next up we're doing a video at some point here on a tablet that's running Android. So I'm excited to show you guys what that's like, because so far I've been having a pretty fun time doing that. So that's probably gonna end the series of videos. Those is that, as far as I know. That's my big tech plans, or this, that, and then probably nothing for a little while, I guess. So let me know what you guys think, any suggestions, all that stuff in the comments. Tell me about your experiences with Linux, what distros are good to check out, that kind of thing. Recommendations for people who are Windows users, Mac users, Chrome OS users, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we got it all. So hopefully this video wasn't horribly long and horribly boring. I'm shooting for only one of those to be true, and hopefully not both, because 1 out of 2 ain't bad. But 2 out of 2 is, so. Got 'em. Did it. That's the play the outro music. I'm not going to put music on it. I'm going to say that I did, and I'm going to be too lazy, and then just be like, you know what? No, it's done. Video's over. Go home, freak.